Hello, welcome to my channel. I am a budget mama based in the UK and my little family of 3 is working to a cash budget to help keep control of our finances. Today's video I'm going to be stuffing our savings and sinking funds. We've got £120 going in today. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 110, 120. We typically put 120 towards this, but it depends on how much I make. So the Friday videos come from the second income, which is just part-time. I work in the evenings at a supermarket, but if I get an extra shift, then that extra money goes into the Friday video. So let's see if there's anything we can take out. I don't always take money out of these, so it's not like our weekly cash envelopes where if it's not spent it goes into our savings challenges. I do let some of these pots build up to a certain point. So there's £10 and a little bit of change in funds, so I'll take the change out and leave the note in. Gifts, we have, I don't think I've touched this. I think the only gift that I've bought this week was one that my daughter is buying for her auntie. It is for Christmas, but that's going to come out of her money. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 30, 40, 50, 154 still in our gifts fund. This is going to pay for birthdays and Christmas coming up. Now we should put 10 a week. We're now putting 20 a week just because Christmas is it feels like it's approaching really quickly, and I think the shops are partly to blame for that feeling, because I think the first time I saw Christmas stuff in the shops was the end of August, which is just ridiculous. So it does feel like Christmas is kind of speeding towards us, and I'm trying to get organised. I'm hoping to make a lot of gifts this year, maybe do like a kind of a gift hamper for people. We've got the homemade wine that we're currently brewing. We've also got some sloe gin. If it survives, it probably won't. I'll probably have drunk it by Christmas. But I did just go foraging this morning and there were still a few sloe berries on the bushes. So I managed to pick a few more, so we can probably do another lot of sloe gin, which means that we will be able to do another lot of sloe port as well. That needs about 4 months total, so that's definitely not going to be ready for Christmas. It will be ready for, well, I don't know, my birthday actually. That was going to be a very happy birthday. So yeah, so we've got the homemade wines that we're doing. I've still got some foraged fruits, so I might possibly do some infused vodkas maybe, and we could gift those. I mean, who doesn't enjoy getting alcohol for Christmas, let's face it. And I also love making kind of sweets and chocolates, and like homemade jam and stuff like that. So that's what we might do for the adults. If anybody that is in my family is watching this, close your ears and ignore what I just said. So the only real gifts that we're going to have to buy, you know, with cash is going to be for the children in the family. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything. I mean, I do crochet, so possibly make teddies for them or something. Some of them are a bit old for that. I'll have a think. Anyway, so 154 for gifts, so that's pretty good. The boat, I don't like thinking about it. 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh, so there's 200 in the envelope. That is for our starter motor, and there's 100 there, which is for our maintenance. Yes, it's not my favourite thing to think about. I think I just need to go up, check that it's fine, and then I can ignore it for another 3 months until we've got more cash to actually get it fixed and sorted and usable. Savings, we've got 25, 27, 28, 28.85. So I'm going to take the change out, leave the notes in, and then, yeah, let that build up. So most of my pots I cap at 50. So this is just our short-term savings. We do, at the end of the month, we put a fixed amount per month into our long-term savings, which is in like a savings account. And that's not included in the cash budget, but I am tempted to include that as of the new year, because I feel like we use that as almost like a bit of a buffer. So, well, if we fancy, you know, takeout or something, or if something has to go on the card, say they won't take cash, we don't always reimburse the bank account from our cash envelopes. We sometimes just pay less into that savings. So I'm thinking maybe if we withdraw that long-term savings amount and put it into a kind of cash envelope that we can physically see building, maybe that will give us more kind of motivation not to spend it, you know, and it won't be in the account, so we won't be able to spend it. So that is everything that was left. So we put 20 into fun. It will also, if we withdraw that long-term savings, it will give me a little bit more money to stuff. And I find that, for me anyway, I find that cash stuffing videos where they're stuffing a lot of money, they're more enjoyable to watch, but they do they can make you feel a bit crap for not having as much money yourself. I'm a bit torn because I don't want to make anybody feel bad. So if anybody watches my videos and thinks, oh, I don't have that much money to stuff, everybody's circumstances are entirely different. So whatever you are doing is good enough. Certainly don't put yourself down thinking I'm not doing as well as other people. That is not the purpose of my videos. My videos is just to share what we're doing, hopefully give you a little bit of motivation to do similar yourself, and yeah, just kind of share our story, share our financial situation and what we are doing, and maybe give you some ideas for your own budget, and also get a bit of feedback from you guys, because if you are doing things differently, if you have your pots kind of arranged differently, do comment down below, and sort of, if there's anything that I'm doing that is obviously not normal, let me know, because that's kind of what I want. I want to start a conversation with people and really kind of improve my budgeting, and also hopefully encourage other people to either start or continue budgeting. Anyway, so £20 goes into savings. That will be, so that puts me at 45 in savings, so that will only get £5 next week, assuming I don't spend it, which is not terribly hopeful. I've been spending, I think I'm kind of still partly in holiday mode. I'm spending more than I should be at the moment. So anyway, that's everything paid into, which leaves me with £40 in notes to go into my savings challenges, plus a little bit of coinage. So we've got £5 and 5 pence in coins. The loose change is just going to go into Toothless. So I used to have, if you didn't see my last video, I used to have 2 savings challenges. I had my weekly savings challenge and I have my penny savings challenge. Now, I know it still looks like there's money in there. There is no money in there. It's all gone. I still need to rub this out. Yeah, we took all of the money out of our penny savings challenge and we paid it into the bank, and we have withdrawn that and put it into a gardening pot, which I have not included. I need to include. But I mean, that's not anything that I'm kind of paying into regularly. I probably should, but For the moment, I'm just using what was in our penny savings as like a bit of a starter pot just to get our garden started so we can grow veggies over the winter and in next year. So all we are currently paying into is our weekly savings challenge, which is over here, and it is very heavy because a lot of coins went in last video. So we've got 44 is going into our penny savings. So I could do 34 and 10. Yeah, that'd be good. 34 isn't quite my next biggest, but it's a nice big one to fill. 34. And it will mean that we will have paid £60 in this week, if I remember rightly from last video. I think I put 16 in last video. So that is definitely more than enough going in this week to make sure that we can complete this challenge by the end of the year, which is my current goal. It's nice to have goals. So 10, 10, 10. There you go. And then 34. It's going in there. Oh my god, so much change in these envelopes. I need to take out the coins and swap them for notes if at all possible. Right. So pens. So 34 and 10. So what are you doing for Christmas this year? What are your plans? Not kind of activity wise, but gift wise. What are you doing? Are you buying? Are you making? Are you just not doing gifts this year? I mean, I imagine most people watching this are doing so because they're on a budget. So what are other people on a budget doing for Christmas? If you have any wonderful ideas, do let me know, because I'm not feeling terribly... I'm usually pretty crafty, and I'm looking online and finding things that I like, that I think, oh, I could do that. But I'm home with my daughter all day. I work most evenings, which, by the way, is why my videos are now going up in an evening, because I normally work the evening before my videos go up. And if I have not been terribly organised and I haven't edited my video during the day before, or a couple of days before, it's then I was having like this blind panic on the morning that my videos were due to go up. And it wasn't good. It didn't put me in a good mood, and it led to me snapping at my daughter quite a bit. So I'm now putting my videos up of an evening so you can watch them or listen to them while you're making your dinner, and it just kind of takes a little bit of stress off me not having to worry about doing them first thing in the morning. What was I saying before tangent? Oh yes, so because I'm with my daughter all day and then I'm working of an evening, I don't get a lot of time now to kind of look online and find ideas and, you know, things that I feel like my family would enjoy that I could do myself, you know. And we're at that point now that if I want to do any kind of crafty stuff, or certainly anything like home brewing or something, that needs to have started already. But crafty stuff like crochet or quilting or whatever, I need time to be able to complete those projects before Christmas. So let me know, comment down below if there are any projects that you're working on for Christmas that might be achievable for a vaguely crafty mama like me. So that is everything sorted. My very heavy, oh my goodness, weekly challenge is sorted. I'll put the total on screen, and we should be on schedule to finish this by the end of the year, and that is the goal, that is the plan. Most weeks I have £40 left on a Friday, and then it's just about what I've got left from the weekly budget. I think we currently need less than £40 a week to be able to achieve this by the end of the year, so we are definitely going to achieve that goal. You and me, that's what that is, that's what the we is. You are an integral part of my plans, I have to tell you, because doing these videos and talking to you guys is what is keeping me motivated. There are some days where I think, oh, I don't want to set up, I don't want to do a video, I just can't be bothered. And knowing that there are people watching that enjoy watching my content, that is motivation for me to keep going and actually, you know, put on some clothes, set up my table, get my flowers out. These ones, by the way, were freebies from work. So because I work a late shift, I'm there when the store closes. And one of the things that my store does, or my company does, is anything that is out of date on that particular day that hasn't been sold, instead of just going in the bin, it goes to charity. So we support a couple of charities in our area, and the charity guys come and collect it, but they don't always take the flowers, and sometimes we haven't had time to go through all of the flowers before they actually show up. So we sometimes get free flowers, and sometimes there are little bits of free food that haven't been taken by the charity because they've been missed on the shelf or something. So that is helping towards my food budget immensely. But also the free flowers make my set look a little bit nicer. I think this week there were about 10 or 12 bunches of roses that were literally just going to go in the skip. So nobody else wanted them, so I took them all. I kept a couple for myself, and I gave some to family, and I even knocked on a couple of neighbours and just said, look, these were going to go in the bin, would you like some flowers? So that put a smile on somebody else's face, which made me feel happy as well. But there are also, as well as the flowers, there were some plants in pots that were literally just going to go in the skip because they had a date on the label that said display until a certain date. So while they came home with me, I am not the best plant mama, which might not bode well for my veggie crops. But I like plants that don't require a lot of care or attention or water because I don't give much of that. But I did pick up all of the plants that were just going to go in the skip that nobody else wanted. I'll put photos up. I got a lily plant, a rubber plant. There was little orchids. I do not have a good track record of orchids, but we'll see how this one does. And then there was something, I don't know, with white flowers on it. I don't know what it was called. But that doesn't need a lot of water, so that might survive in my house. And the rubber plant, I've already got a rubber plant that has probably not been watered for about 3 months, and it is still alive. So I'm hopeful that this new rubber plant will survive as well. But yeah, as much as I support the fact that my company donates to charity and stuff, the idea that anything like that would just go in the bin, pot and all, like ceramic pot as well, would have just gone in the bin for no reason really. I don't believe there should be a date on things like flowers and especially the plants. I mean, if the plants are healthy and they're taken care of in store, they should last until somebody buys them instead of just going in the bin one day because of an arbitrary label on them. Anyway, I'm going to go. Today my daughter is at her grandparents', so I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my child-free day. But I will catch up with you in the next video. Take care and happy budgeting.